quiet reminder. This monstrously like beefy fiend of like 15 feet tall at the top of his horn, his thick horns, stands. I know his mini's got all kinds of cool decoration on it, but honestly, he has this really rough looking whip and like a loincloth. He does look a little bit like a displaced Archdevil in a way. Like he looks a little rudimentary for a being so strong. Like indeed, he has been exiled, perhaps. But that does not change the sheer power of his form. And indeed, all around you, you feel the oppression of the hells. So, starting us off at the top of the order, Hecator, you are right in front of this guy as he makes his transformation. You look up at him at the top of the stairs as he sort of drools through like sharp pinned teeth and horns, and looks down with eyes of pure malice. What do you do?
Ooh. I think first things first, we're going to activate elemental attunement.
Fair enough.
Gotta get that reach. Um, and he'll get within 15 feet of the guy and do a
Understood.
little schwang.
Well, Schwangalang, go for
That's not good.
it.
5. Um, yep. Okay. Does a 13 hit?
You blast him with lightning. He hits him, but he seems undamaged. So no, unfortunately.
Okay. Swinging again. Does a 3.
For a
Oof.
total of
11.
11. Yeah, still you send off like two probing attacks, and they just seem to like dance along the surface of his fiendish form without issue.
Hmm. Okay. You'll hit one more time. Try to. Good grief.
Oh
7
no.
plus 8, 15.
15 will not hit, unfortunately.
I think Hecator's got his bell rung a little bit, and he comes up just trying to
Uh,
swing.
we will say that this creature like is like looking past you, and he's like looking at like the radiant Yas Varda or the winged Zevrael or the screaming Khan and all of these like figures. And as you're just like you're trying, he like doesn't even notice. He's looking over you, just like, and he's just like, he begins to like prepare to walk past you like you're not worth paying attention to.
That's fair.
Oh, sorry.
He will then kind of tuck up. He'll go like forward and left, kind of do a wide arc around him and tuck up near the building.
Yeah, like so, something like that.
Yeah, out of his reach.
Yeah,
Maybe a little bit more to the left there.
yeah, like that.
Yeah,
Okay, beautiful.
just hold.
Understood. He's gonna use a legendary action. Um, and he's going to look at Yas Varda, and he is going to say, "There's no light here, pretty little thing." And right behind Yas Varda, he brings his hand out and kind of raises a big, thick, ugly finger from his six-fingered hand, and just points up, and a wall of fire is gonna go, is gonna shoot up from the ground directly behind Yas Varda. In a line like that. I will say cutting, just for the sake of drama, why not? Cutting right through the foliage, um, and is gonna just start a fire. I really wish that Tailspire would give me an actual wall of fire. I want one for my birthday, but I gotta wait because it's not my birthday. Um, I'm gonna double check. Let's see if any wonderful people online have made it in walls of fire for me. Oh shit! Yes! Sorry. Sorry. I've been waiting on that one for a while. Sorry.
Happy fucking birthday.
Happy birthday! Oh, it looks pretty good too. Let's hope it's pretty good. Oh, it's pretty good. It does the job. It does the job. Could be better. And then if I increase its size, well, first off, let's make you. I want you to fly. Let's get rid of your bottom. And then I can increase the size. Yeah. That's 60 feet. That's 60 feet, all right. And how tall is this wall supposed to be? 20 feet high? Let's see if it reaches 20 feet high. It's about half as tall as it needs to be, but it has the right length, so we'll deal with it. This opaque wall of blazing fire shoots up into the air. Definitely the angry part of the fire is pointing towards you guys, away from this side. So sorry, backliners, this isn't going to be wonderful. Let's see here. The wall appears each creature within the area. To be clear, I'm thinking of green wall. One side of the wall selected of your choice. You cast to each creature at the end of its turn. Okay, got it. So I'm gonna make sure I'm playing this correctly. He's gonna place it here. So it's going right through Thalos Rune and that Radiant Line instead. Leosatra, your knight needs to make a dex save, as does Thalos Rune. I'm so happy about this wall of fire, guys. I'm so happy. Thalos Rune fails.
13 for the night.
13 for the knight. That is also going to be a failure against such evil. All right, I'm going to make my little dices over here. Both will take 26 fire damage. I'm keeping track of your knight's damage, Leah, so you're good. He's at 44 points of damage.
Damn.
Thalos Rune takes his first bout of damage, and that's 26 damage. And then it's in that moment that the fire begins to like the extreme heat begins to blast into your face, Leah. But that effect doesn't happen on the initial casting, so we'll get to that. Okay, that is the legendary action. Zevrael, you stand beside your good pal Yas Varda, who looks upon this evil with maybe some admitted fear in his eye, but nonetheless not without courage as he readies his sword for battle. What do you do then?
Before I answer that, new image just dropped.
Oh! Tell me more, tell me more. I love... okay, that's pretty cool. I gotta say, for all of AI's faults, God, it's cool to see this shit. It's cool to see this shit.
Right?
What, he doesn't have the crop hair anymore? He doesn't have like the nice part?
I think it's grown out.
Okay,
Perhaps.
I got you.
I don't know.
I got you. It's been a rough
month.
2 weeks.
It has been rough.
It's been a crazy month, guys.
You'll forgive me if I have not maintained.
Little known fact about ASMR, their hair grows at an exceptionally fast rate until it reaches about shoulder length and then it stops.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact.
Uncuttable.
You can cut it, but it'll grow back in 2 weeks. All right, incredible. Sick picture, dude. Sick picture. All right, what's next?
All right.
And the sword looks tight too. So.
Yeah. I was typing for like 30 minutes, getting all the background, all the story, all the...
Is that ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Cool.
Who says AI doesn't have a place in art? It's a touchy subject. Let's I don't know. Where the fuck are the enemies at?
Right here, baby. Right in the foreground.
Okay.
Straight ahead.
I guess I'll fly to that guy.
Okay. I do gotta say, I like the idea of Zebrael being like, I don't see anything dangerous or terrifying. I'm not.
Oh,
Where he at? Where's the big bad wolf? I can't find him.
Hecatore's up against the building, like,
Stop!
Right
Shh,
here.
shh, you're gonna piss him off. Stop it. Yeah, I think Severax, who's at 1 hit point, and is dealing with like a hallowed return and a point of exhaustion or something. You know, like he's fucked up. He literally does the like Homer Simpson and just like it just like disappears into the brush or whatever. Anyway, you charge in. Got it.
Yep.
30 feet, right?
Should be 40 with my aura of alacrity.
Excellent. Aura of alacrity. Excellent. Flying in. Again, it's a start of combat. I'm not too worried. If you want to take that extra, like, 10 feet, I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, right in the melee with him, no problem.
Yep, and I'll go for a slash of my sword.
Slap at the sword.
A slap of the sword. All right. First was an 11. I don't believe I have any sort of advantage.
11. You swing your sword, and you crash that blade into his bare shoulder, and it stops immediately. And the sharp edge of your blade does not cut his flesh.
Oh shit!
Cool.
And I swing again.
All right.
Shit. It's one of those nights, huh? That's gonna be a 10.
You're like, it stops on his shoulder, and you're like, Nani? And you like slice the blade off of his shoulder, hoping to like make a cut. Nothing happens, and then you like put everything into it and just chop at his like his quad. It's quad, right? His shoulder muscle, and you just
Deltoid.
That's it. Sorry. And your blade just stops at the shoulder as if it was just made of adamantine or something.
Oh, okay. Well, even though I didn't hit with both of those, the Gray's Mastery, I can deal damage to that creature equal to the ability modifier I used to make the attack roll.
Nice. Yeah, we'll say that you're like sliding the blade off. Yeah.
That'll be 8 damage.
All right. He's taken 8, reduced to 4 damage, as he is resistant to slashing damage.
Oh.
He looks at you and goes, all of that for a drop of blood.
Son of a bitch.
It's Janos!
It's Janos!
Oh no!
Ah.
I had to. There's
Yeah,
something
yeah.
lines. I just got it. Okay. Amazing. Well done. Is there anything else?
Yeah, my shit's being stupid again. So trying to get to my bonus action. Why don't I? I'm gonna do Inner Radiance.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you pull back and see what, and you're like, it looks like I'm gonna have to take it. Looks like I gotta start trying.
Yeah.
And you, radiant light begins to shoot out of you. Are you which choice are you doing? Are you doing the dread one? Are you doing the soul one? I'll tell you what. If you do the the one where you get wings, I'll add that to your flight speed. So
Whoa.
it'll just go faster. Because I don't want to like make it mean nothing, right?
Right.
Obviously. Yeah. So what would
Yeah,
you like? Do you want to go faster? Do you want to burn everything around you or terrify everything around you?
Oh, that flight speed sounds good. Nah, I'll do the one that burns everything around me.
As if the sun inside of yourself, like that part of you that is an angel inside of you, just pumps everything it can out of your pores, your eyes, your mouth, your ears. Just you become like a localized sun as lightning pours out of you and begins to rend and burn anything in the vicinity. That is a 10-foot radius, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that's damage at the end of the turn. Is that how that works? Against creatures of your choice, I think, is it?
I'm trying. I swear.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Okay, that will 10-foot radius bright light and dim light for an additional 10 feet. And at the end of each of my turns, each creature within 10 feet takes radiant damage equal to my proficiency bonus, which
Okay.
is 3.
3. Got it. Yeah, 10 feet. And at the end of each of your turns. Beautiful. Okay, you'll take 3 damage.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, yeah. All right, magnificent. There is now a sun on the field, and I'll say that this burning light, this localized sun that is firing out of Zevrael seems to almost like push back the malign influence of this creature being here. Like everything felt like gravity was heavier and the ground under your feet felt cold, but the air felt stiflingly, dryly hot. But now that this light burns, it seems that all that is almost being pushed back by his air radiance.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Okay, Zevrael. That is going to bring us to Leah Sofra's turn. Leah, you can see nothing beyond that hot wall, and you are currently standing in what is essentially smoldering, skin-rending heat. What do you do?
That's a big problem. I've got a couple questions first. So, did Zevrael's? Can I see Zevrael's son?
No, this is a 20-foot tall opaque wall. You have
Oh.
no idea what's happening on the other side. I also have to imagine there's a pretty big like burning sound coming from it. I'm not going to say you're deafened or anything like that to see what's going on the other side, but you know, it's a pretty big obstacle.
Yeah. Okay. And then when the Archdevil spoke to Hecator, did it speak in common?
Yes, it did.
Okay. 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 So, can I cast Dispel Magic on the fireball?
You can certainly try, absolutely. You go, fuck off, and you cast a spell magic. I would like you to roll me a charisma check. Just a flat charisma check to try and bring down the wall. DC is 14.
I get it as 17.
Yeah. It was a little bit. You had to put a little effort into it. It wasn't just like an instant, like, bam, you're gone. But easily done, the likes of you. And that wall. You almost like. We'll say that you like find the harmonics of the spell itself. You like can almost like hear the casting of the spell, and whatever unholy words you use to cast it, you basically say them in reverse and kind of cancel out the verbal component and deny its magical presence. And the wall is gone.
Wow, cool. Okay, that's helpful. I'm gonna use, so it says it's a free action, but I'm gonna you spend a spell slot to get a bardic inspiration back. Because I ran out. So I'm just gonna spend a first level spell slot.
Okay.
And then I'll use my bonus action to give a bardic inspiration. Yeah, I'm gonna. Is Hecator within 60 feet? Or if not, can I move closer?
He can be. Yeah, he's only 20 feet forward, and he will be within range.
Okay, I'll move forward.
Okay. What's your bardic inspiration? What do you say?
Yeah, I've seen better, friend. Try again. And yeah. Like encouragingly. I don't know. That was rough. That was rough.
Absolutely. I've seen better. No, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. I like that. Amazing. Moloch looks at you, Leah, and as a legendary action, he's going to teleport right in front of you.
Oh no.
He suddenly, and you see him right there, and you like look up at his. Why don't we just measure it? Why not? At his 20-foot, about 18-foot tall form, he's like looking right down at you, like, and you almost like feel the globes of like drooling spit like drop sort of in and around you, and he goes, "I took that not so well," and that'll be his turn.
Oh no.
Why don't we start with he's got such a good reach on all of these things. Nah, he's where he wants to be. He's where he wants to be. He is going to. He's gonna like bring his many-tailed whip around and attack you, Leah.
Uh-oh.
That's gonna be a 34 to hit.
Oh god. Yeah, that'll hit for sure.
Really? Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
This is lightning and thunder damage. You're gonna take 12 lightning damage. You are going to take 10 thunder damage, and I need a strength saving throw.
Oh boy. Oh, that's a natural 19 for 19.
Nice. That's a failure.
Oh my god.
You are. And Leah gets thrown off of her feet and is going to, similar to Hecator, get shot 30 feet back.
Oh no.
Are you prone? No, you're not prone. Weirdly, you're not prone. You're shot like 30 feet back, and also you like kind of like roll for part of it. You're able to kind of like the adrenaline hits, and you're able to like kind of catch yourself and sort of scramble to your feet in the end. Your body's starting to grow a little bit of a battle instinct, maybe. And then Moloch's going to turn to Yas Varda. Says, "So inspiring, such a champion, so putrid." And he's just gonna bring his claw down. He's just gonna start laying into Yas Varda. First we'll start with the claw. Claw comes in at a 19, which does hit, unfortunately. Yas Varda brings his sword to defend himself, and the claw just swipes right underneath it. A big lazy swing, but nonetheless a hit. That is going to be so it's going to be 14 points of damage to Yas Varda. And then we'll say that he like claw swipes him down upward, and Yas Varda's like thrown straight up into the air in front of his face, and then Moloch is going to go, and he's going to try and bite him. And that will hit as well. That is going to be 8. So 12, 14, 19, 23. 29 points of fire damage. Considering it's fire damage, I'm more gonna say it's less like the teeth, but he more like breathes like hellfire on from like a superheated breath. Yas Varda is bloodied but alive, and kind of falls back down to earth a little bit there. And I believe that is going to be that, save for the fact that the wounds that you did, Zevrael, are going to heal. He regenerates some of those like minor radiant burns, the little slash mark on his shoulder just kind of seep back together. That'll be his turn. Thalos rune. Oh, yeah.
Do I have a knight in this combat? I
You
forgot
do
about
have a
it.
knight. Yeah, you do have a knight. Let's deal with that first. Go ahead.
Just go ahead and play him now.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Yeah, he'll go engage.
Ah! Vasselheim!
If he can get a flank, maybe with
Yeah.
Yas.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, we schwangin'.
Go for it.
Natural 18 for that's +5 to hit, 23 to hit.
Absolutely, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Please separate your radiant and your slashing, as you'll be resistant to the slashing.
Okay. So slashing. Ooh, pretty good damage roll. That's 11 plus 3, 14 slashing, reduced to 7.
All right.
4 radiant.
Excellent. Understood.
Second attack, not as good. 15 to hit.
15 will
Should
not
think
hit.
misses.
Sorry to say.
Yeah. All right.
You have a bardic inspiration, and I've got this new
This-
feature.
No,
This
that's
is
the knight.
Yeah, that's the knight. That's not Hackathon.
Oh, sorry. Okay, never mind.
Sorry, not to cut you off there. Sorry.
That'll be it.
Okay, that'll be it. Understood.
Yep.
Then it's Thalos Rune's turn. We're gonna be careful with what we have left. He will bring out this like warhammer, and he's gonna run in with it, and it's going to crackle with radiant lightning, and he is gonna take some swings with it. And you'll see his hand is almost like guided by the Storm Lord, like the size and girth of the weapon doesn't seem to match his arm and the fluidity and strength he wields it with. It's like the Storm Lord is fighting for him or with him, like he's possessed. First attack is a hit. Second attack is a miss. Third attack is a hit. He gets two decisive blows. And these will do some decent damage, so that's good news. That will be... that'll be 25 on the first blow, which is pretty excellent, actually. And then the second blow will have done 27 points of radiant damage.
I watched this guy trip and hit his head on a rock.
oh, he's got... Okay. Excellent. Yeah, these blows happen, and Moloch, the Archdevil, goes... And he's going to raise his hand and grip, and he's going to cast Wall of Fire. This time, he's going to cast it in a circle around himself.
Of course he is. Yeah.
Of course. Can I hear some spite? Does that have a little spiteful over there?
I knew being bunched up like that was gonna
Why wouldn't
back to
he?
haunt us. Yeah.
Hey, I get a flame circle, guys. It's truly my second birthday, guys.
Sick.
Ah, fuck, it's the wrong. Oh, wait. We can be smart about this. Ready? Knocked to prone. It needs to be a 20-foot radius. So I need to double that. Or actually, let me double check here. I think it's smaller, actually, maybe. Wall of fire in a circle is a 20-foot diameter. So actually, that is correct. Yeah, that is correct. Okay. Just to get rid of that, and then we'll put that right there. Yo, well, fire. And Thalos Rune and Yas Varda will need to make, and your knight Hecator will need to all make dex saves.
Right. Knights are quite good at dexterity saves.
Oh, I know. Well, Yas Varda fails. Thalos Rune
13.
fails. And the knight fails. Everybody fails. So that's going to be 25 points of damage to each of these. I'm keeping track of it. And the burning portion of it goes out. My log. All right, those 25 points of damage. Come here, Yas Varda. Sitting away. There we go. Yas Varda's getting pounded in the front line, guys. Getting absolutely pounded. Your knight is going to take that 25. I believe he's still doing okay, but I think he's getting bloodied at this point. Yeah, he's bloodied. Okay, that was Thalos Rune. Ganbaatar, it's your turn. He just did disappear behind this opaque cylindrical wall. What would you like to do?
I got nothing.
Yeah,
I'll
you want to hold your turn?
hold an action for if and when he becomes visible.
Okay, excellent. You can also send your turn down the order if you want. That's also possible.
Nah, I'll just hold it.
Okay, hold an action. Understood. Okay. Did you want your companion to do anything? Your NPC?
Same thing.
Okay, understood. That'll bring us to Ellie, who has been back here this time. Now she's gonna do something. She's gonna do something, whatever that is. Have a moment. Gotta see exactly what she's about. Okay, what do we got? Oof. Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys, just making some decisions here. That might matter pretty intensely in a moment. You know what? I was going to do something else, but yeah, fuck it. Suddenly you guys hear, and you guys are gonna see this mammoth, literal mammoth, come charging out of the Temple of the Wild Mother, maybe taking a page out of Leosatra's book. The mammoth is decorated with sort of like zigzag lightning strikes down the side of its fur, and she's gonna try and be of aid, try and maybe get that guy out of that circle. Oh, I can't spell that. Bambo. All right. So can we make it first and foremost? Yes, we can. It's gonna hurt, but it's okay. She goes charging right at the flaming wall. Her fur begins to burn immediately as it sort of screeches in rage and anger, and it's gonna trample charge right into him. Give me that man's block. Trample, 1 could join 5 feet competition. Okay, let's do it. First attack is a gore. That one is going to miss, but the second attack hits with a 21, dealing 7, 5. It's gonna be 7, 14. That's going to be 19 points of bludgeoning damage, which gets reduced to 9 points of damage. She is going to get burned as she runs in. There's no real dex save when you literally run into it. That's going to be 16 damage to Elodie. Or actually, I'll use her proper mini, so we're keeping proper track here. Okay. With its bonus action, as it falls prone, she is going to try and trample him. But, oh, I gotta see if he falls over. Hang on. Oh, there's no check. He falls over. Gonna make the con save to see if the wall of fire. Oh fuck! I'm not real good. But he has a significant con save, so he will do that. I'm gonna tell you guys what. I'm gonna make a little bit of a special exception here, because it's kind of what she wanted to do anyway. I'm gonna say instead of knocking him prone, she will push him instead. Push him 5 feet. So he'll not be knocked prone, which does inhibit her, but it will knock him out of the wall of fire just a little bit. That does give you an angle, Ganbaatar, if you want to loose.
Yep.
All right, go for it. So she won't be able to take her bonus action trampling, whatever, because he's not prone.
And I apologize for missing last week, so I'll start with a crit 29.
Heyo!
All right, hell yeah.
And it will be bludgeoning damage.
Understood.
Okay, so... And 4... For a total of 5... 17... And... 30 is 47 and 5. That'll be 52 points of damage.
Good God. This is piercing, so it will be halved. So that will be 26 points of damage. Still.
No, bludgeoning.
Oh, but still resistant to that. But yes, still significant. Well done.
And a DC 15 strength save. Or be
Sure.
knocked prone.
Well, we knocked prone. Didn't roll good. Yeah, you rolled an 11. He has significant bonuses, but strength wasn't one of them. He gets knocked prone. Oh shit.
And my knight will also fire.
Hell yeah, go for it.
But I'm betting an AC 4 misses.
It's so fortunate, but yeah, that's gonna miss.
And 13. Only an AC 15.
15 will not hit either, unfortunately. But yeah, you two let off these barrages. Falls on his back. Ugh. He's taking wounds. Don't get me wrong. He's taking wounds. He's getting near towards bloody. But he's starting to look like pissed off and agitated from like getting knocked over. He's like almost like more embarrassed than anything. Like his frail ego is faltering, and he's like, it's making him like angry, embarrassed. Is there anything? Oh well, that was held action. And that was Elodie's turn. So Elodie's just gonna cook. The Great Khan will roar and charge forward, and he's gonna do the old, you know, and then right away, kind of situation. Then the horse will back off for 20, as it will disengage and continue its run. But as he's over there, he's gonna do a barrage of blade strikes. He is going to. Okay, he gets 4 attacks.
At advantage?
At advantage, all at advantage. That's true. First attack is a hit. Second attack is a hit. Third attack is a hit. Fourth attack is a hit. They all hit.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. I'm gonna just gonna do this over here because it'll be a little faster that way. So he's using scimitars. It's 4 strikes, and he also is gonna get additional lightning damage off his scimitars. And for each attack, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Significant damage. Oh, I should have done that separately. But anyway,
This minus
10
9.
on there. 10, 5. Yeah. What?
I think you can just
Sorry,
subtract 4 from the total.
Okay. Oh, okay, cool.
He's
Subtract
resistant from-
4. The total, so that brings it to 88. And
Yeah.
then with the bonus damage, that makes it into a 98 points of damage total. So he doubles the damage he has just taken now. And now he is bloodied. That's to be sure. Yeah, he growls in anger and pain. He is going to use his legendary action to teleport because he's been in a bit of trouble with all of that. You're going back here. Or you know what? It's a little mean, but I think he'll do it. He's going to appear up on top of the temple. I will say, in fairness, the place has been beat up pretty badly and he's a heavy dude, so I'm going to roll an evens odds. On an odd, he falls through the roof. The roof creaks and groans, but it does hold, unfortunately. It does hold. That is going to bring us to Don Marshal Yas Varda, who is going to get out of the fire. As his first trick. And then he's gonna just kind of lean against the wall and with his sword and kind of like douse the flames on himself and kind of take a breath. He's hurting. He's pretty bloody. He's pretty damn bloody. That'll bring us to your turn, Hekator. What's the plan?
Okay. So this guy just disappeared from inside the fire. I heard a big loud crash on the roof.
Oh yeah. You know where it is, yeah.
Okay. He'll wrap around inside the building.
Okay. So, go through the light. 15
maybe
there.
around the back.
So I'm just getting her out of the way. The other way. Run to go the other.
Yeah. So I don't get a sunburn.
Fair enough. You want to do like that? Go in the building like that?
Yeah.
So 10 feet to there. He's on up high. What next?
So, hearing the roof cracking and groaning, he will send up an elemental burst of thunder right at
Hell
the
yeah,
roof.
go for it. Go for it.
The roof makes a DC 15 deck save.
It fails. It does not dodge you.
It's gonna be 3d8. Oh, pretty good. 15, 21 points damage. Thunder damage.
Damn. Yeah, you blast the roof. It will certainly crumble. It was holding on well enough, but still delicately, and you hear him go, ugh! More in like frustration, like angry frustration than anything else. Just like ugh! Like he stubbed his toe again, and he is going to fall and crumble through the roof. He is 50 feet above the ground. He will crumble to the ground, like so. Lay on the ground. He is going to take 5d6 bludgeoning damage on the way down. That is going to be 5, 7, 10, 18 points, reduced to 9 bludgeoning damage. Excellent. I'm going to get rid of that roof.
Nice. Don't think I have the movement to fully get in there. But I think I will go ahead and cast the jump spell on myself. My bonus action.
Okay. You do so.
Kind
No
of
problem.
imbue himself with the powers of the wind.
Magnificent. So you do.
Probably hold right there.
Okay. That'll bring us to Zebrael. What's the plan, Zebrael?
I reckon I'll fly in there and start attacking, huh?
All right. You fly over. With your 40 feet of speed. He is prone beneath you. You may start attacking. You have
Of
advantage.
course. Sugayet! 20. Oh, I'll crit fish. Almost. 23.
23 will hit.
All right. That will be. That'll be 12, 13, 14. Oh. Is he resistant to radiant damage?
No, he is not, but he is to the slashing.
Okay, so 12 reduced to 6.
Okay, 6, noted.
3 radiant.
3 radiant.
And I don't know if I have any other running effects, but I'll swing again.
Okay.
I hate to ask this.
Yeah.
Did he make a concentration save after I critted him?
For
the Ring of Fire?
He not. What did you give me the damage again, if you don't mind?
59. Or the 98 from
So
the con.
so 9. Yeah, that I rolled for because it was actually broken up into 4 attacks, so he was fine.
Okay.
But you did in one shot.
59.
59. So that becomes 58. That becomes a DC 24 to save. No, he failed that, and the wall of fire goes down. Good catch, good call. Sorry, I missed that. Okay.
Second attack, I rolled 2 11s.
For a total of?
11.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, those will miss, unfortunately.
Alright, and he'll take an additional 3 3 reduced
3 reduced.
proficiency, yeah.
Alright, so it's a 1 damage. Alright. Anything else?
Nah, I think that's it.
Understood.
Oh, and at the end of my turn, he'll take another 3 radiant damage.
Understood. I gave you... Okay. So I'm going to put 1 because I already gave you 3 for a slashing I thought was this damage you're doing right now. So, we're good.
Pretty sure I do that damage when I hit as well.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. Then
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the full damage. My apologies. All right. Beautiful. All right. Is there anything else?
I think that's it.
Then, Leah Sasha, you are up. What would you like to do?
Who was getting like really beat up?
Yas Varda over here, shiny boy.
Oh, but he's pretty far away. How far away is he?
$75 feet.
Okay. And guess I don't know. I don't know what I can do. I'll move closer. 30 feet.
So you do.
And I'll just cure wounds myself. If I can
Yeah,
help.
fair enough. Go for it. Go for it.
Whoa, that was a lot of healing. Sweet. Okay. And then I would like to take my knight's turn.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Oh, actually, can I spend another spell slot to get a bardic inspiration to now give Zevriel a bardic inspiration?
Sure. How close do you have to be for that? He has to just be able to hear you.
No, it's 60 feet, so he might be too far away.
He's too far away for sure.
Oh no, where's Ganbaatar?
Ganbaatar is 60 feet.
Oh, cool. I'll give it to Ganbaatar.
Cool.
And I'll tell him, incredible shot. And yeah, you have a D8. And the cool thing about the bardic inspiration now is that if you use it and the check still fails, you get to keep it. So that's pretty sweet.
That's exceptionally tasty.
Snazzy. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, your knight gets to go now. What would you like your knight to do?
Well, he's a little too far away to do anything too, I think, but I guess he can start making his way towards the Arctic.
That guy.
Yeah.
You want him to charge? Dash?
Sure, yeah.
Sure. Yeah. 60 feet. Ah! So it's running towards the temple.
Yeah. Great.
Understood. All right, it's Moloch's turn. Moloch is first going to stand up. He is going to regenerate 20 hit points. He is going to look pissed. Know what he wants to do. He will go. He's almost like muttering to himself, like again that like angry, like embarrassed, like that super self-conscious, like whatever. He's like, "Side bearers making a fool of me. I do that." And again, starts walking past you, Zevrael, as if you're a non-grand concern of his, just like Hecator. Would you like to make an opportunity attack?
Yes, please. Can I make it a grapple?
You certainly can. You can, but he's a large creature, so yes, absolutely you can.
Sweet. What do I need to do for that again?
Make an athletics check.
Perfect. Shikayat. Yeah, I'll let an 18 ride.
18 ride. You're like, you're not going anywhere. And you put like a hand on one of the spines on his shoulder and like grab onto it, and he just goes and like knocks you into the pillar as he rolls a 21. And we'll walk on by. I'm gonna take his 15. Oh fuck, he's a pretty big guy. Okay, he's gonna go 15 feet. Come on, baby. Oh, it's a little fire. Okay, what can we do here? What can we do about that? What can we do about that? Give that a second to change the plans a little bit. Okay. I think the waste of turns casting a spell, but we'll do it. As he begins to move forward angrily, sort of like muttering to himself. And what is this? What is he? What is it? Suddenly, like, he will then swap to like what you assume is the infernal tongue. And coming out from his pores is going to be this like greenish, reddish, orangish stink that just comes out of him in all directions and completely just obfuscates the area like opaque smoke as he casts Stinking Cloud. You know what? That might actually kind of fucking suck. So I might not do that. You know what? I'm gonna change pace here a little bit. I apologize. He'll step to over here to get a little cover because he didn't. Frontal assault didn't work as well as he thought it might. And why don't we just lay into you there, Mr. Angel, who dared to lay a hand on him? All right, attack number 1. That's going to be a natural 20. So he is going to do the whip attack. This time the whip will wrap around you and drag you towards him as opposed to away. You need to make a strength save as I go ahead and start rolling damage.
Okie dokie. That'll be a 15 for me.
All right, that'll be a failure. You get dragged towards him. You are going to take 22 points of lightning damage, and then you are going to take that's going to be Sorry, my brain's working a little slow today. 17 points of lightning damage. Or thunder damage. Thunder damage.
I am very, very, very bloodied.
Alright, let's do a claw attack. That will be a 31 to hit. You are going to take 8, 16. It's going to be 19 force damage.
I'm already down.
All right, you go down. I do believe, however, your light remains even while unconscious. I don't think it says it goes down while incapacitated.
I'll check.
Nonetheless, you fall out of the sky there. I'm not going to say you were... No, you're fine. Yeah, you fall out of the sky there. And he is going to... I mean, it's technically a bite, but we're going to do it this way. He is going to pummel you as you're laying on the ground, and he's going to do you 2 death failures. And then he's going to shout out, and he's going to sneer wickedly with the leer of someone who, desperately needed this gratification for the sake of his, fragile ego. Kind of, and he'll go, "Your angel is dying! You better come and save him!" And that will be his turn. That is going to bring us to Tal'Dorei, who will 100% take the bait, and is going to go, no. He's going to go 15. He's going to go 15. He is going to dash 30 feet. He's going to peek that corner, see you laying there, and he's going to spend his last healing word on you to get you back up. We're no longer on death failure, sir. That is going to be 5, 9. It's going to be 12 points of healing to you, Zebra.
Noted.
Okay. That's going to be Tal'Dorei. What would Ganbaatar like to do?
Juggle cats.
All right.
Uh,
Whoa, everyone stop. Everyone stop. This is crazy.
I'm going to ride towards a vent hole in the side of the temple.
You're a pretty good rider. You could do like a little jump over the brush thing here probably and ride in.
Yeah, I just need to get visibility onto him. I don't care how much cover he has.
God, you even need the slightest bit. I'm gonna say you probably want to do what you would normally do as a skirmisher, and you probably like ride wide in the radius to get your angle. So why don't we ride you this way? Your horse is swift, so 60 feet brings you at the con, and I mean, there's many sticking out technically, but we'll give your horse the dash, and you're gonna definitely be in line of sight at 20 feet here. And then
Okay.
It's just barely a shot, but not for someone like you.
Okay. And since I hit him last turn, he is vexed, so I will roll with advantage.
Absolutely, go for it.
And I am human, and I am absolutely going to take my heroic inspiration. And that's 12 and 5 is 17, and I'm going to take the die 8. And wait for D&D Beyond to completely shit a bed. And so I'll just roll physical dice, which is 5. 17 and 5 is AC 22.
That will hit. Roll some damage.
Thank
And you
you.
definitely got that sneak attack, yeah.
Thank you very much for the bardic inspiration. Uh, 17 and 5 is 22 points of damage.
22 points of damage. from piercing, so that would be brought down to 11. Or bludgeoning, or
Yeah.
physical damage he had. Okay, so brought down to 11. Understood. Is there anything else?
That's it for me. The knight is going to ride up towards the mammoth, and then we'll dismount, and any
Get on the
any
mammoth?
movement that he's got left will be to close with the other knight.
Oh, I
that's
gotcha.
closing.
Well, his horse can take the dash action, so he'll probably very easily close if you wanted to make his horse dash.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay. It'll ride here. It's got to get through Thalos Rune in a squeeze, but it can manage it. So 35 to there. At 55, he's past Thalos Rune. And then at 60, he comes around the corner just here, like so, and he is within melee range.
Awesome. In that case, we'll swing on.
Excellent.
8 and 5 is not gonna hit squat. But a 16 and 5 for 21 might.
21 will hit.
Okay.
I'm gonna shock you here. It's lightning damage that he's got up his sleeve.
Okay. 4 and 3 is 7 and 3 is 10. That's 10 points of slashing damage and 6 points of lightning damage.
Got it. Yeah, he's getting torn apart. Excellent work. He's super blunt. Super blunt. Well done. All right. Well done, Ganbaatar. Is there anything else?
No, that's everything on my plate.
Understood. It's a little too constricted in there for a mammoth, and certainly not for shooting AoE lightning bolts, which is kind of her deal. So she is going to... What does she do? She's going to commune with nature. No, she does not do that.
There's a spring a couple hundred feet to the east.
Everyone, there's a tree with excellent apples in that direction. Really, like Honey Crisps, like you won't believe it. I think the mammoth kind of bellows in frustration at the tight quarters, is going to turn back into Elodie Kathmoira. And then I think she's just gonna like make her way over to Yas and throw a little fairy fire around the corner. She shoots the fairy fire despite her excellent bonus. We'll say it's just like 100 little like lightning sparks. And while it does like make contact with him, it sort of almost skips off of his body as if his body was resistant to magic. And will not afflict him. And Elodie's like speaking in Druidic, but you're pretty sure is like saying a ton of horrible curses that any Archdruid would be really, really embarrassed by. The Khan, I think he's in a similar situation. He's getting a little tight quarters. I think he is going to have his horse ride over to here. You know what? I take it back. He is just going to... He's going to drop his order. He's going to drop it past his brother, as he seems to have noticed that he has this bad guy's an interest in Yas. So he is going to wait and hold his turn and possibly attack if Yas can provoke some kind of action out of him. To which Yas Varda will take his turn. He'll gather himself and he'll start moving in. Move around him. And he is going to... His good old pal Zevrael needs a little help, so he's coming to help. Oh, it takes like an hour to pass, doesn't it? He's a little far to make any sort of attacks. So what he's going to do is he's going to... I don't know if this really counts as an action. He'll take the dodge action, but he is going to see that you're sort of getting up and stirring Zevrael, and he's going to use his mental connection with his steed, and he's going to have it charge in to basically, and then hold its action to basically be ready to like ferry you out if you require it. He'll say, "Fall back, Zevrael!" And that is what the Dawn Marshal will do. To which Moloch is going to start applying legendary actions. He is going to say, "There you are." And he is going to make a Many Tails whip attack at Yas Varda. Try and drag him closer. It's a disadvantage, however. That will still hit. Yas Varda. Yas Varda succeeds the strength saving throw. The whip like lashes around his arm and like shocks and thunders him, but he like his feet grit into the stone, and he actually like matches the strength of the Archdevil and holds back, which is a pretty impressive feat. As for damage, I'm just going to do it right here now. Make life easy. He's got such weird dice to roll. 2d4, 2d10. The plus 8 comes out to 29 damage to Yas Varda. That will be that. Con. He's got 2 scimitars. It's pretty good melee, but that's what we got. Not so great tight quarters. I think he's going to do basically what you had suggested, Ganbaatar. He's going to look a little confounded, a little frustrated at the tight quarters. It's not where the Tempest Vanguard excels. He is going to charge his horse forward 60 feet. He is going to dismount. He'll have his horse like ride right up and then tell it to get the fuck out of here. And then he is going to use the last 15 feet of his movement to kind of get over with you, Hecator. Fuck it. He'll take the dash action. He sees his brother's pretty hurt.
Wait.
He's got...
Need a lift?
Sure. He'll step around, but he'll stop short. And he will sort of... He sees his brother's hurt, and he'll try and draw the attention. And he'll say, "What is the god of hells to the god of war?" And he'll kind of point a scimitar at the Archdevil, and try and sort of coax him to fight him. Legendary action, he's going to attack Yas Varda again. At disadvantage. He avoids an at 20, but it will still hit. This time... Oh, he might... No, this time around he is not able to oppose the whip. And he's like, trying to hold it back, and just barely does like, we'll say a rock just kind of, just barely cracks underneath his foot and sort of betrays him, and he goes flying forward and right up to the Archdevil. As such, sort of like right in here space. And then he'll take that damage. It's going to be 23 plus... It's going to become 31 damage to Yas Varda, who after a brave battle finally goes down. And Moloch kind of goes... and like almost in utter disbelief at his own success, begins to start cackling. That'll bring us to your turn, Hector.
Okay. So how far is he from me?
Straight as the bird flies, he is. We're gonna say like 35 feet to get in the melee.
Perfect. Hector will again put a hand right on the Khan's back, kind of grab his cloak a little bit. Hold your neck straight, and he will start sprinting forward towards him. A little bit of air magic.
Yeah, you'll like keep your neck straight. He's like, I was born in the saddle. I know how to ride. And then you take him forward for sure. All right, so you'll one hand grapple him, so that's one attack, and you're taking him right into melee.
I've got the jump spell cast, so I'm gonna jump with him 30 feet up in the air and just like drop him straight on top of the big bad.
Fuck yeah! All right. Yeah, absolutely. So you boing, and you have 50. Oh, you have 50 feet of speed.
Yep.
You like, so we'll say you get to here.
So
you get to jump.
The jump spell gives me a 30-foot jump with 10 feet of speed. So that drops my speed. So effectively, I've got like 40 feet.
40 feet. So you 25 over to here. You're gonna go boing. You're gonna go 30 feet right up and above his head. I'll give you the. I know D&D doesn't technically have a mechanic for like arcing or whatever, but we're gonna and yeah, in the air you kind of use your Goliath strike to like, and then you kind of palm him down, and Bart and Goss like,
get them butter knives ready.
Yeah, and he'll. I'll say he absolutely saved the. I'll say he held the action, and you send him down. You can certainly land in a flank position if you so like. It's close enough to the mechanics. Anyway, he'll go down and fly at him. And I'll take an attack. I'll give him an attack right now. I'll give him advantage too, because this is pretty surprising. It feels worthy of an advantage. There's something
high ground.
There. That'll be a natural 20, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be a little. That'll be a nat 20 for sure. Oh boy, yeah. I'll say like one of those scimitars. He's like, he's like got one hand.
This is Hector's highest damage attack right here. It's just grabbing guys.
My most powerful spell is summon the Great Khan. Incredible. All right, here we go. I just gotta get his block out quickly. This is my strongest power. This is my best move. All right, here we go. So he gets 1d. Oh boy, this is gonna be a bunch. 1d6, and he gets 4d8. Yeah, I got it now. I can wrangle one d8s to make this happen. And one more. Come on. Where's my goblin box? There we go. Yeah. Shot. Yeah, really. Shot put. That's great. Oh, that's the coolest D4 I've ever seen, but that is still a D4. It's not what I needed. God, I had that. Okay, how is it gonna be? Give me a moment. Okay, so we got that's 11, that's 18, that's 26, that's plus 5, that's gonna be. Oh, I gotta do this all separately. Because damage resistance. Not that I think this will last much longer, but 5 plus resistance, 10 plus 6. Okay, so 16 slashing damage off the gate, which is going to be reduced to 8 points of damage. And then we've got 6, 12, 13, must be 21, and then 8, 16, that's 32 is going to be... That will be 53 points of damage on the lightning. Yeah, you put him down. We're going to say, like, this is going to do it, but we're going to say for the sake of flavor that you get up there and you, like push Koss, but you, like almost, like, punch at the air, and then the thunder kind of sends you down with him, and he's gonna, like, and then you're gonna, and you two will, like, come down together, and shit, why not? We'll say in that moment, the Stormlord strikes down, and lightning sort of, like, hits the back of your elbow, and, like, thunder propels your fist forward, lightning shoots up your arm, Koss's sword is, like, hit by lightning and holds it within it, and the two of you just, like full anime, just come down hard on the Archdevil. Koss just like Levi style against the Ape Titan, just fucking ripping lightning, and then your fist comes down and, like, his arm just, like, his shoulder just, like, buckles, lightning sort of sizzles across his body, that meaty huge shoulder, like, dislocates, even separates inside of the body, completely goes out. And he, like, as the blood spews out of him, and he kind of falls to the ground. Defeated as I'm sure you and the Khan just kind of, or the Khan probably just, like, tumbles, and he's going to take bludgeoning damage, but nothing even close to lethal. Whereas you just kind of, like, land in, like, a cracking crater underneath you, but on all fours. And the towering, his arms out, hits the ground, slain.
Damn.
Cool. Hekator, take inspiration. That was a sick kill, my friend. That was a pretty damn cool kill.
You just got to start throwing leaders. You just got to start throwing them.
Yeah, I guess. So what are you doing for the rest of this adventure, Great Con? They put him in my bag of holding. Time old tradition. Yeah,
Hector will go
kind of
help Zevrael to his feet.
Yeah, you help Zevrael to his feet. You help him to his feet. Zevrael, you're helped up. The Khan has no healing magic per se. Yeah, you get Zevrael to his feet. Zevrael, did you want to heal Yas Varda? He's on death saves himself.
Yes, I would.
Okay. How much are you giving him?
1.
You can have 1.
I'll give him my healing hands once per long rest. So 3d4.
Understood. Thalos Rune is, like, wiped. He spent all his magic. He's like, and, like, I think Elodie is kind of also just like sizzling with residual, like, lightning magic. She was throwing first level spells there, so she's down her tank as well. How much did you give Sparta? 6. 6, okay. 6, he kind of staggers back to his feet with a thankful look in his eyes. Thank you, Zevrael. He gets to his feet. Your light ball comes down after a moment. Koss. Yeah, all the horses leave. Too many horses. This guy backs up. Just sitting there, playing with action figures. But yeah, the battle's won. There's still fighting to be done. I think the Radiant Lion's kind of not spent yet, and your NPCs are all just going to run off to go, like, help cut down the remaining devils in the general vicinity to kind of secure the area, if you will. But you all are given a moment of breath. You can make your way over to the temple. Koss pulls himself to his feet in surprise. Let's see here. Yeah. Does anybody got anything to do or say?
I think last session you said that this devil had Kire in his hand, or like by the throat or something.
Yeah.
Where is he now?
You make your way over to the corpse, and you're like looking him over. You do see like in one of these guys like meaty, like 5-fingered hands. You do see like gripped in it, in the other, like poking its head out. You're gonna see like dim with inner radiance is like Akira, and Akira is like shrunk, small, signifying the like power it still possesses. And you understand that this this spirit that you're connected with is grown weak in the presence of all of these fiends. The spirit of nature is struggling to remain alive in this place.
I think he'd just bend down and kind of hold an arm out if he could.
Yeah.
Come on.
You start like trying to pull this hand free. It's even dead, like still heavy fingers, and you're like, but you're Goliath. You're pulling them out, and you manage to like, as much as one can, take hold of this ethereal being and kind of pry it free from the grip of a fiendish lord. And Akira sort of like lingers there with, and is kind of almost like a fire trying to spark, or like lightning that's kind of like sizzling inside of a cloud as opposed to greatly striking down at earth.
We'll get you back. Place is almost retaken. Is everyone up?
Yeah. Everyone's Yas Varda's looking around and goes, I think everyone is Severax. Well, Talos goes, he's fine. We survived this, most of us. Some went well. If anyone would like, just as a fun tidbit, I think actually this probably goes to Zevrael, considering your history. Zevrael, if you would like to make a religion check to sort of understand the entity you just faced, you may roll.
Sure. Nat 1 for a total of 5.
You don't know of this particular arc fiend. You don't know much of him. Never faced him. He's never been a significant threat in any battle you can recall facing, which isn't much, frankly.
Anybody know what this was? Seemed to know you. You kind of point to Yas.
It's me. I'm never. No, I have never encountered this thing. I'm gonna roll for Thalos. What's Thalos ruin now? Goes, the creature called itself Moloch. Yes, I am aware of this Archfiend. He is exiled Archfiend, a pariah of the Nine Hells. It's been some time since I've encountered stories of him. He was once the ruler of somewhere in the Nine Hells, and he ruled and vied for the longest time, but I think he was a usurper or an advisor. He attempted a conspiracy, but he failed, and then he was exiled and bad. But he is defeated now. There was one thing. I remember in my stories there was one piece of lore that was something about how to kill him. I mean, we've achieved that. They say that he can regenerate from any wounds save that dealt by radiant power, which we have done quite well here. I think we can safely say that you all have slain an Octa. Not something any mortal can claim. Not something any mortal has done since the schism, thousands of years ago. Yas
We can't do
Varda
this.
says... Go ahead, sorry, Hackathon.
We can't do this.
Yas Varda looks over to you and the Khan, Heckator. Goes, it's just like the Stormlord and his followers to do everything they can to try and outplay we of the Dawnfather with their great feats. I warn you, your competitive nature is going to get in the way of you one day. The Khan kind of sort of sneers at this as satisfaction.
Hecator bites his tongue.
A clawed hand goes through Yas Varda's stomach and raises him into the air as he looks down in agony. And you see Moloch, having looked up, healed from his wounds entirely at this point. And lifts Yas Varda's blood pours down his arm. And in the shock of the moment, he says, very much in common, your soul is ours in hell now. And he will swing his arm sideways, and Yas Varda will off the end of it and tumble away. The Khan rages. And let's grant for initiative.
Did
We
you
can
say
start with the top.
fully?
We can start with the top of the round if that's what we'd like to do. We'll just keep it
Sure.
easy like that. Heckator, you know what? I'm going to tell you what. That was very surprising. I will give him his last 2 attacks, so I'll consider this a surprise round. He was playing dead.
Sure.
He used the claw to take out Yas Varda. You know what? That was admittedly a narrative kill, and obviously wouldn't have doubled over his hit points. But mechanically speaking, he could have spent his last 2 attacks taking out his death saves. So I will leave it at that. In mechanical fairness. So his surprise round, mechanically, he spends all 3 attacks on Yas Varda's 6 hit points and kills him. But narratively, he jabs his claw through his torso and slings him off into the corner. Still prone. Or that I'll give him. He will stand up. He kind of rises to his feet. Heckator, what do you do?
Okay. Shit. I think. Can he get into a flank with Zevrael? Is he not close
Who
enough?
would have been close to the body when this happened? I'll say, you know what? I'll say Thalos Rune was. He was like examining and, talking about Moloch, so we will say that he was close by at hand. So yeah, you can say you're in a flank with Thalos.
Oh boy. I think bonus action he will use Giant's Might. He'll get big.
All right, you get into a larger position, absolutely.
We're gonna swing.
We can say your elemental attunement is all right. It's been some time.
It lasts
This guy waited it out.
10 minutes.
Oh, then you're good. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Then you're totally good.
Perfect.
If it was a 1 minute, I'd be like, okay. But yeah, 10
Yeah.
minutes fine.
Okay. So that is 27 to hit.
27 definitely hits.
Perfect. Ooh, 2 sevens. 14. So that's 19 points of lightning damage.
19 points of lightning damage. All right, you shock him in the back.
And he will attempt to grapple him.
All right, yeah, go for it.
26 total.
26 total. That definitely hit. Oh,
To
sorry,
grapple.
to grapple. That is success, and you successfully grab him. You like wrap your arms around him in like a bear hug. It's almost hard to get your hands like you're like doing like you're like grabbing the end of your hand because this guy is so broad. And you've got him though. You've got him in a grapple.
Nice.
Excellent.
He will attack one more time. Not amazing. 17.
17 does not hit, unfortunately. 17 does not hit.
Ooh, do I want to use that bardic?
Yeah, if it fails, you get to keep it anyways.
Oh, true. Good point. Let's do it.
That's crazy. That's good
That
shit.
becomes 24 to hit.
Then I would say that definitely hits.
Okay. Bardic gone. That is now 15 points of lightning damage.
15 points.
As he's just kind of holding him, I think he just like pulses lightning and tries to force it into him. It's kind of crush.
Yep. You're shocking him and he's seizing. Is there anything else?
That. I think that was bonus action, 2 attacks. Yeah, that's it.
All right, you're a little short for Goliath, is what you have said in the past. So I think true to the minis here, he is still head and shoulders taller than you at this large height. And as you've got him and you're shocking him, and he's like, he will sort of cackle loudly into the air again, like it's clear that this individual radiates like self-consciousness, and a frailty of ego, and this like petty, cheap sneak attack he takes. You know, it's like that kid in the yard who like clearly cheats and wins, and then starts like cackling and laughing and pointing and jumping up and down. You're like, you're such an asshole. That's exactly what this is right now. He's like cackling and laughing. He goes, I did it, my master! I killed the champion! I killed the champion! He will legendary action teleport. He will teleport just out of the grid. He'll just over here. Or you know what? He'll teleport over here and start kind of like readying the whip as lightning shocks down it again. Sevrael, what do you do?
I'll fly over and attempt to attack, as I've been trying to do.
All right, fair enough, and so you do.
It's 2 on the die for a total of 9.
9 does not hit again against him. You'll get your cleave, which I believe is 3 damage reduced to 1.
Yes.
Okay.
That'll be 18 to hit.
18, just shy. Unfortunately, that is a miss.
This has been great. Another 3.
All right, understood. Is there anything else?
I reckon I'll do. Nah, I'm done.
Okay. So that is yeah. Legendary action. He is going to take that whip and he's going to attack Thalos Rune. No resurrections for him. And that will be which will definitely hit a Arc Priest for Uh, 21 plus 29 points of damage to Talos Rune. Okay. Yeah, that hurt Talos Rune. That is going to bring us to Leah Satra. Leah, what do you do?
I would like to try. There's like stone pillars around him, right?
Yep.
I would like to use stone shape to try to like shackle him.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, very interesting. Um, absolutely. Uh, tell me about Stone Shape.
Sure. Would you like me to post it?
Yeah, sure.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. All right, it's just another object. It says around 5 feet in any dimension, any form of any shape you like, for example. Yeah, any shape you like. Um, uh, yeah. Okay. That's awesome. So, okay, this pillar's, well, you're standing all around stone, so you're good no matter what.
Well, I have to touch it, so I might have to get the touch spell.
No more than 5 feet in any dimension. Okay, I'll tell you what. Yeah, you walk over here, you put your hand on the pillar, and maybe you find your mind going towards shit, considering your recent histories, shackles and chains a little too easily. And in fact, they develop from your imagination far more fluidly and easily than maybe you might find comfortable of yourself. And the stone pillar just completely completely reorganizes itself into like sturdy but thin links of chain and fires up like you were wrapped in your dreams, and with exquisite efficiency is going to wrap around his arm. And I'll tell you what, give him a little roll. In fairness, not enough. Yeah. What's your DC? It's not 14, is it?
No, it's 16.
Yeah. Okay. So this happens. I gave him like a strength check to see if he could just like break free, because I don't think he suspected it. Doesn't work. It wraps around his arm. So I'm going to say for the time being, he's grappled. Yeah, he's grappled in place.
I'm gonna move away.
You know what? I'll give you an option, Leah. I'll give you a fun option, because you are kind of beholden to the god of jailers and tormentors. I'll say as you do this, you get that like the goosebumps at the back of your neck. Maybe it's you, maybe it's him, but you feel like you could be doing this better. If you were to say, ask for a little help in this moment, if you were to allow him to help you a little bit, I'll say that you will be able to turn off his teleportation.
Oh, shoot.
But you would be sort of unguarding yourself to him, letting him in. You feel like you could do that. Is that a sacrifice Leah is willing to make?
Yeah, I think that's like huge. I think it's really, I'm turning off teleportation. I mean, that's huge. I think yeah, she would be tempted by that and might turn the tide of the battle. So yeah, she'll do it.
You do this. You feel these energies flow through you. Again, no one here is proficient in Arcana. You don't really know how bardic magic works. but some kind of, I'll say that the chains just in this moment go black rather than stone, and they basically form into some kind of like magical obsidian, essentially. And we'll cut him off from his ability to teleport out of these shackles, and we'll strengthen the shackles all the more. He asked you to torment and kill somebody, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you did not do that, did you?
Well, unless you count the guy with the knees that got blasted off.
But you didn't mean to do that.
No, not really.
For every gift, there is a price.
Oh, boy.
And you have not been behaving. As you do this, you feel your ribs break. They go just like on either side, like two on each side, just go inward, and the pain is horrific. You are going to take 12 points of bludgeoning damage to your ribs, and more importantly, whenever you make an attempt any action in combat until these are healed, you must make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw, or your action is wasted. Just out of the sheer immobilizing pain of broken ribs.
Yeah.
And that will be there until you get that fixed.
Okay.
You're taking too much from the jailer and not giving enough back. And for that, there's punishment. Okay. But nonetheless, this is achieved. His teleportation is turned off. He's bound in chains stronger than stone. What next?
Can I still move like away? I think she's probably like doubled over in pain and like gasping. But yeah, I think she'll try to move away.
And I think at that point, there's, yeah, you guys see her cast a spell, and a pretty interestingly powerful spell. And then at the final result of the spell, her ribs just give out, for whatever that means. And she starts, you try and walk away. As your ribs are broken in this way and you walk away, you are thoughtless to the possibility of opportunity attack, and I will take that now.
Oh, I thought it got his arm.
He's grappled. It's got his one arm, but this arm's okay. That arm's fine.
Oh, okay.
He is the grappled condition, so he's held in place. He's probably going to be held in place indefinitely, but he's not paralyzed or anything. So he's going to turn around. He's going to try and pummel you for that. He'll have to use the claw. That is going to be 32 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
It's going to be 18 force damage.
Oh.
But you are now out of range of, well, everything save that massive 30-foot long whip. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Can I go any further, or am I?
Yeah, you're good. So you stepped in 5, 10, 15, 20. You can go 25 or 30 to like there if you want.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, understood. If there's nothing else.
Yeah, I've got, a bonus action. So I'll get a bardic inspiration back with
Cool.
a spell slot. Well, I'm running out of spell slots.
Got it. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to say he is going to lose one of his 3 attacks in his multi-attack because he has lost access to his arm. Stat blocks tend to streamline, like, the possibility of, like, two-handed fighting into a multi-attack, but I will say he loses one of his 3 multi-attacks.
Nice. Damn. Okay.
Because that arm is immobilized.
Yeah. That's great. And I'll give Sevriel the bardic inspiration and tell him I'll like gasp out finish him.
Okay. He is going to use his legendary action to attack Thalos Rune again. Whatever this covenant is that he has formed with his master, it's apparently he's desperate to have this champion killed. That will hit for 30. That's going to be 14. It's going to be. It's going to be 22 points of damage to Thalos Rune. He's looking rough. He's a bookie cleric. He's not out there fighting, saving the day cleric. Moloch's turn. He is going to regenerate 20 points of health. Nah, he wants the giant. He wants that giant. It has to be attached to him. He's got no choice. It's got to go this way. Okay. Instead of attacking, he's going to spend his action to do Breath of Despair. I need Zevrael, the Great Khan, and Thalos Rune to roll Wisdom saving throws. This is an effect against Frighten, by the way, if anyone has any bonuses. The Great Khan is immune to Frighten. He will not be frightened. Thalos Rune is not. Thalos Rune will fail. How do you do, Zevrael?
16.
16. You, sir, along with Thalos Rune, are frightened. And frightened to such an extent that you must take the dash action on your turn and move away to the safest route available. If there's nowhere to move, then you may... if the creature ends its turn in a location where you don't have line of sight of Moloch, you can repeat the saving throw. So you basically have to run for cover with all haste when your turn comes around. You're also both going to take...
I think you did have Bardic there, if you wanted to use it.
Sure. It's a D8, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. 19 to save.
19 is still shy, so to say. Still not quite meeting DC at an arcane.
Keep the Bardic though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep the Bardic. Yeah, absolutely. So yes, Zevrael, you are suddenly stunned in fear and must flee with all ability on your next turn. That's his turn. That's what he does. Thalos Rune sort of, you see that the terror overcome his eyes. He is going to, I'm sorry, and he's going to run with just the sheer overwhelming panic of someone who is, it's not even about courage, it's just complete terror, utter fear, and panic, and Dalsroot is going to run from battle. Okay. That's Talos Rune's turn. Are we doing a legendary action? Nope, not right now. Okay, what would you like to do, Ganbaatar? You could have been in the hall. Where would you like to have been?
Yeah, I'd have been inside somewhere, but standing out of the way.
Got it. Maybe we say you're kind of in this general direction, if that works for you.
Sure.
Cool. Yeah, wherever you want.
In that case, we're gonna shoot then move. Because you have somebody in melee range, so I will take that.
Okay.
I don't care that they're scared.
Yeah, absolutely.
18, that's a 27 to hit.
27 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. You'll get that sneak attack for sure.
12 and 5 is 17 points.
Very nice. 17. That's going to be reduced to 16 becomes 8.
Move. I'm gonna move back. Kind of do a duck behind the pillar if I can.
Yeah.
To break
there.
LOS.
Okay.
And once I've...
He is going to take an opportunity attack as you run back. His 30-foot long reached whip, he is going to send your way, and he's going to attack you. That's going to be a 33 to hit. I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
I failed.
Okay, you are going to be, so you would have moved back. Oh, to start, you're going to take 18 points of lightning and thunder damage. You will have moved back 15 feet, and then he makes his whip strike, and you are drawn into within 5 feet. But that is his reaction spent. You have 15 feet left and a bonus action. How would you like to spend the Ganbaatar?
I'm looking through something quick like a bunny.
No worries, take your time, sorry.
Okay, fine. Bonus action. I will disengage and I'll take the remainder of my 15 feet and move away from him.
Fair enough. Okay, make your way back. I'm gonna say you're not sure what Elodie's up to. She was outside and Dallas Rune went running, so you hear maybe she says something like, "Rune, what are you doing?" And she's doing something out there at some point. The con, for the first time, seems like stuck between well, he's a pretty aggressive guy. He's a pretty angry, sort of aggressive, driven by emotion guy. Wise and tactical, but in this moment, he's like looking around. He's seeing what you guys are all seeing. That this is one tough dude. He sees his brother dead. Um, he is going to take his action to say, "Enough, creature! You killed my brother. You fight like a coward. You will not stand with us in battle. Fine, I'll give you what you want. Take me for my brother, and get the hell out of Vasselheim for all time. Take you and those under your command, and I will give you whatever you wish." And the creature definitely turns and looks to the con and smirks widely and like looks between the dead body of Yas and him and sort of licks his lips. And he will say, "I'll tell you what. You've heard what he has to say. The Khan's offering himself on a silver platter to this archdevil, who looks pretty intrigued by the offer. The Khan has like thrown out his enough. I will put forth that what seemed to have been the final straw for him was the attack on Ganbaatar. He like looked ready to like plunge in an animalistic fury, and then that strike on Ganbaatar kind of brought him to where he's at now. Does anybody attempt to continue the battle, or do you wait for the Khan to do what he's going to do or say whatever he wants to say, or does anybody want to do anything at all? I'm giving the opening for either a narrative or continued combat moment. It's up to you guys.
Just wants to give himself up.
It's a little unspecific, but he essentially is like, give me back my brother and I'll give you what you want. Leave Vasselheim forever. Give me back my brother and then leave, you dishonorable worm, coward, all that shit.
Yeah, Leah's gonna say something.
What do you say?
No, no, Khan, you can't negotiate with these fiends. Trust me, it's not worth it.
You're a bard. Got them big bonuses. But I will say this. There are some things people cannot be persuaded of. And instead of a persuasion check, I'm going to give you an insight check.
Nine.
A 9. I will say what is plain, simple. He doesn't even look at you. He hears you, doesn't even consider what you have to say, as his brother is dead at his feet. As yeah, 9 sucks. I'm sorry. I will say that he just seems resolute, and he's made up his mind in this moment. And as always, stubbornly as he is, he doesn't seem willing to turn his brother's life over to hell.
Okay.
He stares sort of defiantly at this devil, and he is the devil. I'll say, and anyone can interrupt at any time. The devil will look at him and sort of lick his lips and say, "Now." The Khan goes, "Isn't this what you want? To make deals to take?" No. I will take your most valued warriors' souls. Give me the lives of your entire Keshik honor guard. Give me their souls for hell. And I and my ilk, those who follow me, will leave Vasselheim untouched and unspoiled for all time. That's all I ask. The Khan, sort of like disgusted, kind of begins to like shake his head. Like his first instinct is, of course, absolutely not. But then he sees his brother, and his eyes travel to you, Ganbaatar. And there's this like long pause of consideration, like a couple seconds go by. And he points one of his blades at Ganbaatar, and he says, "He is the Storm Rider, Baatar. He is the hero of Althansia, and he is not a member of my Keshik. I want that understood." And the Moloch says, "Say the word, it sounds like we have a deal." And the Khan sort of like gritting his teeth. Sort of like, can't meet your eye, Ganbaatar, because what flashes, I'm sure, in front of your eyes maybe in this moment is your father, your true father, who was in charge.
And Ganbaatar is just stunned. Just completely stunned.
You see something in the Khan's face that you have never seen before in this proud warrior. You see shame and self-pity as he says, "Do it." Immediately as he says, "Do it," you hear the sound, this horrible, soul-wrenching sound of somewhere in and around the battlefield, whether it's just outside and they were fighting at your side a couple of minutes ago, some of the people that Ganbaatar you rode in with, some of the people that you ran forward with in that first charge into battle here, voices you recognize, Ganbaatar's men you fought beside for decades. Several dozen, whether close or afar on the battlefield. All at once, several dozen voices join together in a soul-crushing, rending scream of unrelented pain, which very much fades from the very material, horrified scream of brave, proud, honorable warriors into an ethereal ghost of a scream of something being tugged away from reality and the material world and into eternal torment for all time, so long as time exists. And now, I will say this, Leah. Your chains bound him unable to teleport. That remains true. What happens is not that he teleports. It is that by the law of fiendish contract, every contract made by a devil is upheld by Asmodeus himself. And the power of the god of hells pulls him away. And from Vasselheim's soil forever, along with many hundred warriors. The battle for the Wild Mother's district is won. Every devil who occupied this space to the last one, including their corpses, the corpses disintegrate into ash and ichor, as they cannot be on this soil any longer per this deal, and all the living ones are wrenched back down to hell and away. The wound in Yas's chest is gone. The wound in the armor, the hole in his armor, is absolutely still there, but like he was never wounded and he's back to his 6 hit points before the fucking killing strike. As Moloch is torn away by the power of the Lord of Hells, it is traded with Yas Varda's returning breath of life as he rises in a scream and with a look on his face that affirms what you felt in your heart when those warriors were taken. That Yas Varda, though gone for only a mere couple of seconds, maybe a minute or two, experienced hell for 2 minutes. And this brave warrior comes back reeling from the experience. The only thing that has changed about him physically is that his hair has gone white from the experience. He shoots up in a sort of looking around, not knowing what happened. And the Khan just sort of stands there with his sort of head bowed and chin. But the battle is won, and all sounds of war are gone, and all that is exchanged with is the sound of "Yeah, victory!" Yeah! Outside of all of the ignorant warriors that do not know the cost.
Those were not your lives to give. How could you make that choice?
For first, Yasu's coming back to hears you say that, and he's just like silently like gaining context a little bit, and kind of like you can see the realization or beginnings of understanding overcoming him. Cuss says, "They gave their lives to me. They were mine to spend. And and as long as you've known him, Ganbaatar, a noble justification has quickly followed all of the violence and aggression he's had to do, some better excuses than others, but he finds his tongue is unable to continue to move to find justification other than that kind of horrible declaration. There are my lives to give. There are my souls to give. Not like this.
I think Hecator, as he comes out of his giant stature, kind of arms drop to his side. What have you done? And he'll go out and look for Talos' room. He's just kind of shaking his head.
Yeah, you go looking for Talos' rune. You kind of get to the door. You see Talos' rune standing outside, like, okay now. He seems fine. He's like, Elodie's there, like, doing, like, she doesn't have context either. She's like, what are you doing? Kind of the Talos' rune, like, not really understanding what he was going through. He goes, Talos' rune has a look of shame on his face, that he was in that moment of terror, and was like, what am I doing? Like, kind of thing. The Khan kind of erupts. He says, I did what I had to do. Everyone here would be dead. My brother is in hell. You'd all be in hell. Be thankful I traded their lives for yours. You should be thankful. He goes, brother, to Yas, kind of looking for someone to try and back him up, please. And Yas is like, what happened? What did he do?
He'll tell you himself. I couldn't have made that decision. Couldn't I?
He says, you couldn't possibly understand the burden on the high bearers. Those of us who must lead war and make the decisions no one else has the strength of will to do. The sacrifices that must be made to win. And at this point, he definitely turns to you, Ganbaatar. Like you can see in his face, like desperate for an ally at his side in this. And all he's gotten from everybody else, at least, is looks of revulsion. And turns to you. What do you do? What do you say?
Ganbaatar has fallen to his knees, just in stunned, abject confusion. But the longer the con goes on, the easier the insight check is to see fury and rage. And I don't think the con has any problem by the time he turns to recognize that he is an arrow's flight from being under assault.
And I think that stuns him.
It's clear
Yeah.
it's clear to read on his face.
And I think you, Ganbaatar, who have been his most stalwart, steadfast bodyguard, someone that he is sort of taken under his wing and relied on against all odds and everything, and to see your condemnation in your eyes, it puts him aback again, where he's on this razor's edge of belief in his own justification a little bit, but it's tenuous to be sure. And he is looking at you, Ganbaatar, with maybe a little part fear, but mostly shock. Just he's never seen you like this. Yas says, "What did he do? What happened?" Koss, desperately for a supporter, looks to his brother and he says, "I gave my Keshik for you, brother. You were dead. Your soul was in hell. It's clear by your countenance. I brought you back. I spent my honor guard on your life." Yas just like the air goes into his lungs and it doesn't leave in disbelief. This is what the Grand Arbiter warned us against this, brother. Dealing with devils? There will be, this is, you are the High Bearer! And the Khan kind of just, sort of turning to everyone is turning against them, and he goes, "Don't you understand? We would all be dead by now! How can you not see? This was needed! Those lives were spent surely as all the hundreds and thousands of other lives that have died on those walls! To save all of you! I did this for you! For you, Hakator, you who are learning the way of the storm! For you, Angel, Sabriel, for you, Arcanist trained by the high cities, for you, my brother, for you, Ganbaatar, who is like my own son! Can you not see this?"
Ganbaatar will slowly rise and will very carefully move his hands further away from his body and stow his bow over his shoulder. Lock eyes with the Khan and turn on his heel and walk away.
And as you're walking away, you hear him sort of like, "Ganbaatar! Don't you walk away from me! Ganbaatar!" And his command's not working, faltering. "Ganbaatar!" Sort of the will of this once proud warrior failing.
And without raising his voice, Ganbaatar will just say, "I have no Khan."
The Khan a million emotions are flooding through him. There's fury, there's anger, there's condemnation, there's shame, there's regret, uncertainty, a thousand emotions, certainly dark emotions that you have never seen flow through this man before. These emotions of brittleness, of failing. Since you have met him, for whatever faults you may have had, of perhaps aggression or stubbornness or being quick to act, nothing compared to fury and shame and condemnation and all these things that flood into him now. And wordlessly again, kind of like hands up, like looking for someone to say something to him to save him from this moment. And if it does not come from Hecator or Yas Varda, it will surely come from his brother. As Yas Varda stands up with a strength he does not possess, given how much damage and beating he's taken, he rises to his feet in a stern, infuriated, broken countenance for his brother's betrayal of all they believe in, and looks down at him with a strength of fury that his body just simply doesn't possess. He's summoned from somewhere else. He says, "Do not offer us your hands. You leave this city. You leave with the knowledge, brother, that all you have left is bloody hands." Yas will sort of step to his brother, and with his one good hand will take the scimitar from his hip and pull it out and cast it to the floor. Pull out his other sword, cast it to the floor, says, "You do not serve the weapons of the Storm Lord. I never want to see you again. Leave before you taint your God's words more." And then Yas just kind of falls to the ground, overwhelmed by the moment and overwhelmed by his wounds. Khan drops, he sort of looks at those hands, drops them. And like a ghost who really is sort of numb to the understanding of what just happened, of what he did, of what he's done, just sort of leaves as he's commanded, as he's told to. He leaves out the back, quietly, not proudly out as he has always done. And the days of the great Khan, Yas Varda, is certainly gone by this act. All that is left is Yas the Bloody-Handed.
Damn. That's too bad. That's
Is that what Leah says out loud?
no.
That's too bad.
No.
Well, that's just real shame. Yas will say to all of you who remain, just sort of a last command of a broken down man whose big brother's just done an unthinkable act. He says, "No one can know. At least not until the siege is done. Morale is crushed as it is. To know one of our high bearers has fallen so low. Vasselheim couldn't take it. Do not think they could. This will be known, but I ask you, not command, but ask you all, not for my sake or my brother's sake, but for Vasselheim. And at least until we survive this, if we survive this, the Great Khan died bravely. The Great Khan died in this temple. And in some sad way, that's true. Will you do this? Dawn's echo. For Vasselheim.
I'll do it for Vasselheim. For now.
Well, if he's dead, does that mean he never gets redemption? That he never comes back from this?
Oh. I don't know. Don't know.
What does the Dawnfather say about it?
Maybe persuasion check.
Ooh. Monks famously good at persuasion. It's oh, we're gonna use our heroic inspiration. Not much better. 8.
He looks to you at that, and you just see like, the nobility, the will of Yas Varda sort of fading from him, sort of falling away from him. He looks to you, Zebrea, as if he wants you to answer the question, or looks to you as a guide in this moment of betrayal, of this moment, to answer Hekator's question.
See what I have in my repository.
Zevriel pulls out a Bible.
Essentially.
Um, would it be better if we went to break for you there, Zebrea?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't we, as Yas Varda's will, there's no other word for it, will fades as you ask this question, what does the Dawnfather say about it regarding the redemption of Kos? And Yas Varda, I mean, it is a great question. And Yas Varda looks to you in this moment, Zevrael, as he's just not able to function well enough here to make great theological, inspiring statements of the Dawnfather and Pope and whatever. He looks to you. And when we return, we'll see what Zevrael has to say, what happens with Ganbaatar, what happens with the rest of Vasselheim going forward for this siege. But we'll take our break.
All right.
What was your question one more time?
What does the Dawnfather say about that?
Say about
The situation.
Betrayal, or
the betrayal.
maybe a redemption.
Okay.
Who knows?
Yeah, you guys kick the shit out of him. Well done. Well, very well done. Yeah, I appreciate the patience. I've been setting that up. Admittedly, that was definitely like a narrative beat, but you can all claim to have slain an Archdale because you did. He literally was taken down, and then indeed he reincorporated and came back, but he was slain. So make no mistake, this was a martial victory in that moment. But as it is with devils, the game was rigged.
Game was always rigged from the start.
Game was rigged from the start. Okay, let's take a 15, 20-minute break. When we come back, we will return to this moment.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
yes.
oh,
Sorry.
okay, she's here. So So then let's return to the moment. God, there's just too many fans going here. I can't. I try to be in the moment, but there's just so many fans. My life is like. All right. We return to the moment. Leah Satra said, like, is that it? Like, is there no chance of redemption? Yas Varda said, I don't know. And you see the very question seems to take the strength from his bones. Nekator, you said, what of the Dawnfather? What does he say of this? Give me your words exactly.
I think, yeah, after Leah asked about, is there no path to redemption or something like that, I think he asked, what are the Dawnfather's words about it?
And Yas, again, being drained of will by this betrayal of his big brother, the man who probably taught him something about honor, looks to you, Zevrael, the heaven-sent warrior of the Dawnfather, for answers to that very question. What do you say?
He thinks and lets out a breath of exasperation. And he'll speak to Yas without looking at him, kind of down at the ground. You cast him from your sight. I understand why. Every time you look upon him, from this day onward, you will see the price that was paid. But the Dawnfather asks us, as he looks up at Yas, asks us not what is easiest to bear, but what is right. And then, off of memory, he'll recount a scripture. Let justice walk before mercy, but let mercy follow close behind. For the judge who knows only mercy invites ruin, and the judge who knows only punishment becomes ruin. The light reveals the stain upon a man's hands, but it also reveals the road by which he may return. He'll take a few steps closer to Yas. Your brother committed a grave wrong. Your brother also descended to the edge of damnation, seeking your life instead of his own. If you banish him forever, what lesson do you teach? That sacrifice is repaid with exile? That repentance is met with a closed gate? The Dawnfather does not command you to forgive today. He does not command you to trust today. He commands only this: leave the door open for the dawn. And he'll kind of take in a deep breath, and he'll turn to the party, and he'll look at all of you, and he'll say, Yas Varda sinned. Yas Varda suffers because of that sin. The honor guard paid for that sin. But if we answer tragedy only with condemnation, then the archdevil has claimed more than souls. He has claimed our capacity for redemption. The devil desired not merely the souls of the guard, but the destruction of two brothers. Let us be careful not to complete his victory for him. And I think he'll take one last look at Yas. He'll give a nod. And then he'll kind of push by everyone and walk outside.
I think Hecator will probably go after Ganbaatar, wherever he is.
And you are probably the only person who can catch him. Because when he walked out, he got on his horse and he rode to the wall. And until his arms will no longer move, he will continuously shoot at everything that moves. And if they're injured lying on the ground, so much the better.
Is that Yas Varda out there?
Let me say this. You ride for the wall, get to the wall, you climb to the top. The celebrations are, "Ah!" But people get out of your way as your hand finds its way around an ammunition barrel. You drag the ammunition barrel to the edge of the wall beside you, and you see in the distance. It took some time for you to like get to the wall and get up the wall and what have you, and you're firing away at various devils who are certainly like retreating back, and your every shot kind of like draws them back more until they're well out of like bow reach. And you will see exiting the city from a gate much further down. This is probably several minutes after you've gotten there and been shooting. You will see a figure wrapped in, his blue proud cloak gone. By the looks of things, his Authensian honorable armor of kings and khans off, and now perhaps just a fucking rag of clothing thrown around him, like any miser or beggar or sinner. Maybe you shoot in spite or whatever it is you might do. He's a little far, but what I think maybe reinflates your anger is as he gets to the line of devils, maybe wanting to die, gets to the line of devils, has left the walls, and that front line of, the baby masked sort of legionaries from last session just kind of part for him. And he's sort of very much like in Dune. The Red Sea kind of parts for him as he walks through the English line. He may have not paid a price for himself directly, but Zevrael's words were not wrong. Perhaps the machination of the deal wasn't only for the souls of his honor guard, but also for the honor of their high bearer. And they happily let him live and walk through their line and away until he disappears into the forest line of Assyria past the siege camps. That is what you see, Ganbaatar. We will. I want to get to. I just want to get everything organized here. We're going to get to you momentarily, Hecator. Zevrael, you left. Where'd you go?
I don't think he went far. I think he just walked outside to kind of let the words hang in the air a bit.
Okay. Putting a punctuation on the end there.
Yeah.
Leah, you're left alone with Yas Varda. Zariel, make me a. It's going to be a high DC.
Mhm.
But make me with respect. Your scripture was one of scripture and maybe a little bit of platitude.
Mhm.
And while wise and well filled with wisdom, in such a emotionally traumatic moment for Yas, that might not always be the cure to an intensely emotional experience. So I want
Yeah.
you to go ahead and make me a performance or persuasion check.
Okay. I'll
Yeah,
do
when
persuasion.
your brother's just died or hit someone with a car, you found out that he just committed murder because he's a sick fuck or something, and a priest walks up to you and starts quoting the Bible at you. It's not always the best received.
Well, they asked, what would the Dawn Father say? And I was
It's
like,
true.
okay.
It's very true. Very true.
Shakayate. Oh, that was shit. I'm heroic inspiring.
All right, go ahead.
Hey! 21.
21. I am not going to reveal if this was a success or a hit. I'm going to keep that
Good,
to myself.
good.
All I will say is this: as Evrael leaves to sort of punctuate his speech, and Lee, it's just you and Yos. Um, Yos just kind of puts his head in his hands and cries for, just cries, just breaks down, just is lost. Just let's go.
Leah will attempt to comfort him, but if he's not interested, she'll leave him be. Um,
Maybe, yeah,
but she'll
maybe.
try.
Sorry.
I said, but she'll try. Mhm.
Maybe you just go. Well, I'll say he's like kind of sitting on the ground. He's got his like elbows on his knees and his hand in his head or his hands on his face, and he's just crying for his brother and for himself and whatever. And maybe you just go sit on the lip of um the dais of the altar here of the Wild Mother. Just be present. You don't know him that well, but yeah, you're present.
There, Don Marshall.
They're there. Okay. Zevriel, Thalos Rune, Voice of the Tempest, High Priest of the Storm Lord, and left hand man to the once great Khan Kos, did not see what happened in the temple. He ran from it per the power of the Archdevil. He's sort of standing there with Elodie with like a. You see the warriors cheering in the background for victory. The devils have fled and disappeared to whence they came. And Thalos looks at you and says, "We have victory, but well, what happened in the temple? What is everyone okay?"
Most of us are.
Most? Yas Varda. Yes, he died, didn't he?
He is. He is alive.
You see, he kind of, as a high priest, conjectures and creates a story that would make sense to a faithful man. He looks at you and says, "You truly are a remarkable man. You saved the champion. The Dawn Father gave you the power to save the champion."
I
A miracle.
I wish that I could have been the one to save him, but it was not me.
Then who did? Who could have brought him back from the dead? No other in the temple is of holy power like you. I was gone. Who could it have been? What saved him?
His brother saved him.
How the Khan? I did not know he. How did he do it? What happened? Where is he? This is news for celebration.
He's gone.
You're really taking me for a ride on this one. A lot of ups and downs in this story. No, I wasn't saying. Because he's gone. The Khan. What? How is he gone? What do you mean?
He is gone. There is not a trace left.
The Khan. Hi, Baron. Elodie says, what about the devil? What about the bastard devil? Was he defeated?
He was.
Well, I'll have to get the details later. Make me a deception check. Now,
Am I
know
really
you're
deceiving?
Yes, you are. Now, I know you're not lying, but you're certainly being reserved, and you are certainly holding the truth of the matter to yourself. So I would
Yeah.
definitely call this a form of deception, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, I think anyone who's been in a high school relationship can attest that deception doesn't only mean
Oh
lying.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Lying by omission.
Lying by omission. Yep.
That's a
Certainly
6.
being vague. Ooh, I will tell you what, Brandon. You arrived on time for session today, so I will give you a heroic inspiration.
You made it.
I'll tell you what, Brandon. Every day, every session that you arrive on time before 7:30 or before the game starts, I will give you a heroic inspiration.
Oh boy.
Write that down.
I'll
Write
give you a
that down.
heroic inspiration at the start of the session. Now, this is only for Brandon because everyone else doesn't need the help to show up on time.
Uh, 21.
Hey, there we go. Zebrael, you do something. I want you to tell me, Zebrael. Do you think there are many types of good, especially amongst angels. Lawful good is not one personality. A lawful good angel can still be wrathful. A lawful good angel can still be merciful. A lawful good angel can still be compassionate. There can still be different personalities and different ways of exercising lawful good. Do you think when you were an angel, when you were a herald to the Dawn Father, and then a warrior angel to the Dawn Father, as you are technically now, do you think that you ever lied to mortals in such a way for the greater good?
Yeah.
Perhaps you have memory of that in this moment.
Mm.
Vaguely, of different times, perhaps more likely when you were a Deva, when you were a divine, a herald messenger of the Dawn Father, where you were sent to deceive mortals so that the greater good could be served, so that the darkness could be kept at bay. And you do so again now. And you do so well.
Mm. And I mean, it's just like when he, puts on a face so people believe that everything is all right, right? He's
Sally,
grown quite
yeah,
used to that.
yeah, yeah. A skill, perhaps in this moment, the reminder is surprising that this is a skill in your repertoire.
Mm.
Talos Rune is heartbroken over the loss of the Great Khan, the noble warlord that this city would not have held to this day without sort of looking at the ground and maybe up at the sky for the Storm Lord to receive one of his greatest warriors. But Elodie looks at you with squinted eye, as if she senses something behind the vagueness. She doesn't say anything, at least in this moment, but the look in her eyes suggests that she is suspicious of you.
Mm.
She's a fairly insightful individual as an archdruid. What is the look on your face as she looks at you skeptically? And Thalos Rune is sort of distracted in his prayer.
Yeah, so I noticed that she looks that way, right?
Yeah, she's looking you in the eye, and you can see the squint in her eye of distrust.
Mm-hmm. I match her gaze, and I kind of like very subtly like tilt my head down and kind of look at her. As if without saying anything, I'm saying, please don't dig further.
Make a persuasion check.
19.
19. I will ask you this. Each of you is a different relationship with Elodie Cathmoira. Can you recall any specific time where you think you may have earned her trust?
Me specifically, or
You specifically, not the party, but you,
oh,
Zevrael, earned it from Elodie.
nothing comes to mind really.
Okay.
I could be
She,
wrong, but yeah.
no, I think you're right. You generally haven't had really any sort of grand interaction or relationship with her. But she looks at you with the squint eye. You give her this sort of look of kindness. It's sort of like, please don't. Um, and she decides to trust you. And
Wow.
beyond Thalos Rune's sight, very subtly, the eyes remain squint, but she gives you just the subtlest of nods,
Hmm.
understanding that something has happened that must remain quiet. For now, she remains quiet, but it is clear what has passed between you two. And she is also not infamous for her silence.
Yeah.
Um,
I hope I handled that well. I don't. I really don't know.
I I think you handled that about as well as anyone could have, honestly.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
She's I mean, in my mind, the forming the character of Elodie, she is she is a skeptical person and whatnot because of her deep insight as a person. She understands the realities of people and what they're capable of, and that even great men can betray. And she's certainly driven by emotion at the death of her home, Kath Moira, but she's a deeply wise individual, and understands in this moment that she doesn't understand everything. But anyway, we'll move away from that moment as the warriors celebrate this great victory, and Thalos Rune said something along the lines of, I will have to get the details from perhaps Lady Willow soon. She's a bard and very articulate at storytelling. The people will want to know how one of their paragons fell. This will need to be framed well for the sake of the city. I thank you for telling me. I thank you for telling me. He'll move along. Elodie moves along with him. Um, we circle to. I will say this: Talos Rune comes in. He will see the state of Yas Varda. He perceives this at the sadness of the demise of his brother, which isn't terribly far from the truth, and contextually might, you know, be treated similar to what actually happened to some degree. And just basically fast tracking this a little bit, Talos Rune kind of goes to you, Leah, and says, you'll have to tell me the details of what happened, and I spoke to Zebrael, and the demise of the Khan is heartbreaking. We'll need to frame this well. The morale of the city is on a razor's edge. We'll need to be careful. Words will matter. And Yas Varda is such a center of morale. He's clearly in no state to be seen by the men. We should move him back to the inner district quietly. Please help me. And between you and Thalos, Rune, and Elodie, can perhaps get Yas Varda to the inner district without too much fanfare. If there's nothing else you want to do, Leah, and if that works for you, of course.
Mhm. Yeah.
Cool. Sweet. Just wanted to get the logistics of all of that handled. But now we're going to circle back. Hecator, you are person of the wilds. Not that that matters too much, because atop all of the bodies and mud and blood, the hard hoof prints would not be very hard to see and require no check. Very easily, you could be pointed in the direction of, if not track your way to Ganbaatar, considering your skills at survival. You make your way to the top of the wall where warriors are generally celebrating and are giving Ganbaatar a wide berth. So as, to give him space and also for them to be happy. And as Ganbaatar described, you see him just angrily just dispensing with probably a great deal of ammunition over the side of the wall.
I think he'll clamber up, just kind of get close-ish, call out. Leaving quite a number of bodies behind you.
They let him live. He walked right out there. Walked right through their lines.
You're talking about Cass, right?
The dead man. Yes.
You strike me as somebody who's quite honorable. And law-abiding.
There's a right way and a wrong way.
What do you mean by that?
Not always the law. There's a right way and a wrong way. Any man of or woman of worth knows what it is. They may not choose to do it, but they know what it is.
I mean that sickening feeling I got when you agreed to the bargain. Can't imagine what you lost.
He
Many of them
damned my
did you know?
father to hell so he could continue to walk this earth. So his brother could walk this earth.
Fuck. I'm surprised you didn't kill him, Ganbaatar. I saw you ready to draw down on him.
I spent a lifetime in service. Father, help me. I could not. I could not turn my hand against him. I should have. By everything that is right, I should have. I chose the wrong thing. I didn't believe that he could actually do it.
I didn't either. I thought he had some kind of trick up his sleeve or something.
I could understand him trading himself for his brother. That's noble and entirely in keeping with what I knew of his person. But to trade those men, to deny them the halls that they are due, because dying in his service is to be expected. But it's always done knowing that your lives were not spent in vain, knowing that you moved on to the Storm Lord's Hall after. To deny that to all of those men. That cannot be forgiven.
Don't disagree.
And Ganbaatar will just sort of collapse like a flan in a cupboard. It just drop the bow, drop to his knees, and just stop.
I think Hecator will go next to him and just kneel down, like put an arm around him. Couldn't imagine what you lost. I'm thanking the spirits and the gods that I've still got my mother, I think. I'm so sorry. How do you remember him in your custom?
That will need I don't know. Because it's usually about making their journey to the Stormlord's Hall. But that's a path that's been denied to them all.
Hey, that wouldn't feel right. Any chance of breaking a contract?
I have no idea. I don't know anything of the arcane and only a passing amount about religions. I don't know anything about fiends and devils and what have you, other than they are the antithesis of what is right and proper.
Right. Well, Leah's got the arcane covered. I'd say Zevrel's got the religion. I can punch pretty good. We can help you get your family back. We will.
I legitimately don't know what's the best. They should have rest and a reward, but by the time I'm knowledgeable enough to make that possible, is it even possible? Will they be fundamentally not who they were?
Anything lost can be regrown. It's teaching at a wild mother. I believe that applies to us too.
Yeah, but not once the ground's been salted. And I fear that the souls of all of those men have been cast into salt.
Perhaps. I'll just know if there's a way. Kind of like squeeze them a little bit. We're here for you.
Thank
Con
you.
or no?
I don't know what to do.
Well, you just about run the city out of its arrows on the way up here.
It needed doing.
Aye. You are quite good at doing it. A lot of buddies. I'm sure there's more fighting to be had.
Oh, I'm sure that there is.
We need you.
Well, we better get at it then. And he'll press himself up. But clearly there is nothing. It's zombie apocalypse day. Just
Little time passes. As you're returning, Hecator, you will see fluttering from, the generally broken grounds of what was once the Temple of the Wild Mother. Small, but life returned to it and grown larger than last you saw her. See Akide take flight once again and circle low above the district. Again, growing in strength and size already. The dispersal of the fiendish presence of this district and the return of the faithful is already returning Akire back to previous strength. Again, a little time passes, and you all find yourselves returning back to hope I can find it. The innermost district, where you've all been given residence at this point. Oh, nice. Past the first gate. Briefings have been given. Yas Varda has been turned over to his squires and attendants. And an eye is being kept on him by various priests. You are assured that his lips are sealed, but you hope he's not a broken man. He's needed. He's the champion of the Dawnfall. Dalos Rune will get a statement from Yulia. He will happily, and he intends to fully speak at the temple, probably will do plenty of work, consoling and speaking of the Khan and so forth. Did you wish to make a statement, Leosatra, as a bard? Did you want to be the one to address the people about the death of the Khan? You don't
Sure.
have to. You don't have to if you don't
Yeah.
want to.
No, I will like make
Yeah.
this statement.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Did you want to actually prepare something, or do we want to just like say you did it?
maybe next week I could come with something, but no, I don't have
Yeah.
anything right now.
If you would like to, there's certainly no problem. We can probably start the session with your what is said to the people of Vasselheim about the death of the Khan. The news of the death of the Khan begins to circulate amongst the High Bearers very quickly. Suddenly, High Command finds itself very short-handed. With the loss of the Grand Arbiter, the Varda brothers sort of took over command. Not jointly, the Khan was certainly in charge, but they sort of took over. Dalos Rune finds himself availing himself of even more responsibilities that the High Bearer once held in his place as a sort of religious placeholder, shall we say, in this moment. He finds himself very busy. The Noyan Rethmore finds himself in need to command the Althansian hordes. I'm certain that the news, you all sort of shared the news among like those who would show up as part of High Command. The manufactured story, I'm sure, as opposed to the true story. I will say the individual you guys are like, it's the first time you guys have come to like the Great Command Post and it's been empty. There are no hero there's not a lot of heroes left to take command, to be the ones to lead hence. And there's this probably feeling starts to come over all of you of whether excitement or understanding or sheer terror of responsibility that maybe you're it. Released from that moment, the door will open and a couple of people will begin to trickle in. Amongst them, you hope or don't hope, or whatever your feelings are, that one of them is fit to take command. With all of your skill combined, I mean, you guys are no strategists of great armies. It's not a talent that I think anyone here would possess. No one here is a general of armies. Noyan Rethmore shows up, who is the leader, Noyan general, whatever word you would like to use, of the Althansian hordes, basically the martial forces of Althansia that came. Pervon Sul will be present. Again, champion, but no great commander of armies. A little bit later, the high scale bearer Tarzan will show up, and there's like okay, maybe this guy. I think that's it. These three sort of odd sort of individuals show up. Pervon Sul kind of does what he usually does, which is sort of like brood in the corner. The Noyan there's sort of a moment of silence for the Khan, and words are shared like, The Noyan says, well, Yas Varda better pull himself together soon. We all feel the death of... and you can see he's almost saying it through trying to remain steel through it. He says, we all feel the death of the great Khan. But it is our duty to the city to keep going. I hope the will of the Dawn Father can bring him back to us. The high scale, Hermons will put a hand on his shoulder and say, you are right. We must turn to matters of leadership. Who will command the armies? It cannot be I. I have not even the slightest inkling how to command an army or defend a city. I can command some rogue-like elements at best. That is all my skills lie, and they are in different places. I am a ranger first, and a killer second. Certainly no commander. Noyan, perhaps it falls to you. No. It could not be me. Pearl also says, but you must. He says, no, this is Vasselheim. This is a religious city. The Khan often spoke of it. There is a difference between leading a holy army, a crusade, and leading an army. I can lead an army. Thalos Rune, the voice of the Tempest, he can command the respect of religions, but each of us, if only we could be put together. We don't understand each other's side of war. And it needs a leader. He looks to the high scale bearer. The high scale bearer sort of goes, my role is a unique one amongst the high bearers. I am the link between the dragons and the people here. If I must, I can take command in name. But my responsibilities to the protection of these walls, the command of the dragon shields, and most certainly the negotiation with the ancient and wise dragons upon these walls, they consume my time and ability, which is why I've not been at this table. Perhaps in name, perhaps I can provide advisory assistance, but I cannot. The high scale bearer will look to you for it. He'll say, you all are not generals of armies. You have not led magnificent forces into battle. But you have the favor of the gods. The high bearers have spoken in private council of this for time, and I will take executive authority to say what we have all been thinking and seeing. For all of the warriors who have come and died and passed upon our walls, it is each of you who has looked death in the face, and it has let you be. Whether this is the will of the Raven Queen or your individual gods, whatever it may be, you have been brought here for a purpose, and you have survived that which you all are unequipped to survive by in most part. With great respect, this sort of gesture, say, a great warrior of the honor guard Keshik, Valfenzia, but not a general, and but one man, one rider, faced death and was sent back. A Goliath from the mountains, a man of tribe and of pottery, if I am to believe the legends in the taverns.
Aye.
An actor from one of the flying cities of decadence, and a fallen angel, not in the broken sense, but certainly one not at its full power. And yet, We have a warrior blessed by the Storm Lord and is returning from the realm of the dead with news of war. That very same Potter has become one of the strongest men and finest warriors in Vasselheim and commands the lightning like no other. That very same bard commands the souls and respects and hearts of morale, and speaking of morale, that fallen angel who is now wrapped in the flesh of mortals still shines like the sun itself. We high bearers have no doubt. You four, you Dawn's Echo, are favored by the prime deities. He looks to the Noyan and says, I see your skepticism, sir, as you are a practical man, and I respect that. But they were brought here for a reason, and I do not think that is to keep the monsters from the walls. I will say this plain. The Wild Mother's district will hold. It is not a more important enough target to be hit. They will come for the inner district. I am sure by now their scouts have found out that the elves of Ilvedale are on their way, for they are only a mere couple days away, and the enemy will have found out. They will be desperate. They will make a move soon to break this city, one way or another. I will ensure that the troops are in the right places to defend. I will do what I can to be of assistance to you. I will advise you should you wish it, or you may choose your own advisors. But for these last 3 days that we must hold, I leave Vasselheim in your hands. I name you all Dawn Marshals of Vasselheim, as it is my power to grant. Will you accept this burden and responsibility, or will you shy from it?
If it must be done. What can we do? What are our I'm I'm sorry, I just don't know what to do.
He will put your hand, or he'll put his hand on your shoulder. He'll look you in the eye. Why, it's not at all right. Yeah, sure. Says, you will fight. You will raise men up from despair, and you will save us all from death. That is what you must do.
Well, let's save a city.
The Angel of the Dawn Father accepts. He looks to the rest of you.
Till such time as the city of Vasselheim is secured, the city of Vasselheim will have my service.
He will say, to you, Ganbaatar, Ganbaatar, Storm Rider, to you I give earnest thanks, for I imagine there are few more in the city whose heart hangs heavy with yours. Your steel is that of dragons. What of you, Hekator? Are you a potter, a warrior, or something more?
All of the above, I'd say. All of these trials and tribulations. My home being destroyed. Surviving for weeks. I've always held on hope that it was for something more.
And there will be. In this life or the next, the gods see us, and we will fight. And if need be, die. But make no mistake, we will win one way or another. You have my respect, Giant Boy. And you, Leosatra Willowmate, you, performer of theater, singer, elven follower of the Arcart, and someone who was not at all born for war but has been thrust into it anyway. The city needs you. Will you uphold its honor? Will you undertake this responsibility? Will you save our city?
Yes, I will. I am not much of a fighter, but I'll lend my music and my words as long as I can.
You have my respect as well. It takes not only a warrior to lead, it also takes words woven by a voice that was meant to. And so amongst the four of you, you have my respect and my hopes. Be not the Dawn's echo, but at least for a little while, become the Dawn's marshals of Vasselheim. So tell us, commanders, what next? And that's what we're in the
Dun,
session.
dun, 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 dun.